Hi everyone, this is Stephanie for IVA, the Institute for Vocal Advancement. Welcome to our Health and Wellness series. So today I will be talking about getting help. And this is particularly for those of you that run their own studio, that are somewhat self-employed. But also if you're working at a music school, at a singing school, I'm sure that some of this information today will actually apply to you. Okay? So teaching voice involves so much more than only the teaching part. Right? Especially when you're running your own studio, sometimes it feels like there's a million things that you need to do just in order to keep that business going, right? And at times, this can actually feel pretty overwhelming, right? And if it gets too much, it might sacrifice your overall health and well-being. And while you cannot delegate everything outside of the teaching part of it, there are definitely a few things that you might want to consider getting help with. Okay, and I want to point out some of these things that hopefully are going to be inspiring to you. Okay, so let's first talk about that whole office work behind teaching voice. You need to schedule your students, you need to get payment from them, you need to do your overall accountant work, right? And that can take a lot of your time and energy outside of your actual teaching thing. So one thing that you can do, which would be my favorite, if possible at all, is actually hiring an office manager. Okay? One who does the scheduling for you, who takes payment, stays in touch with the students, and actually does your overall accountant preparation also for the tax accountant. That is a wonderful thing to do. If you have the ability, the financial means to do that, this is definitely something you want to get into. Find something that you're trusting, who's reliable, and just give it a try. Downside is it can be somewhat expensive to hire an office manager. But if you're not having the money to do that, you still have options at hand. For example, an online scheduling system. There's different options out there. You just want to possibly Google them. And there's even some specifically for music teachers that you can try out. Most of the time they have a free trial month or something where you can basically look into it and see if it suits your needs. And that system usually does the scheduling as well as taking the payments. And then basically at the end of the month, you can just basically download the whole money transfer sheets for that. What I definitely recommend for you is hiring a tax accountant at the end of the year, because that can be super involved and super draining if you're trying to do it yourself. And you know, as far as I'm working, as far as I know my colleagues, we're all like really creative musician type people. And not all of us are necessarily good when it comes to numbers. So get rid of the stress. Don't even get into it. Hire the tax accountant. Gives you so much more peace and freedom and ultimately well-being if you're spending that money on a tax accountant. Okay? Great. So next, your studio. It's very important that your studio is clean at all times. Okay, and instead of cleaning the studio yourself, you might want to think about hiring a cleaning person. It's definitely worth the money, you know, and it's very important to have it clean. Have them come in twice a week just to wipe the floors, to vacuum, to clean the bathrooms, and it's so much off of your shoulders. Okay, same with technical issues with your equipment. If something doesn't work, instead of sitting there possibly for hours to fix things, go ask for help. Maybe you even have a friend or someone you know who could possibly help you. And in terms of finances, of course this can be expensive as well, but maybe you can even find an option where you can trade. Maybe you find someone who always wanted a voice lesson and in exchange will clean your place for you. Okay, so there's options out there to make things easier for you. Great. In terms of your health, you might find yourself over time in a state where you're having a headache, back pain, neck pain, just overall discomfort in your body. Please do not hesitate too long to get help. Either if it's more severe, please go make an appointment with a doctor, or get that massage treatment that really makes your neck and your shoulders and overall your well-being so much better. Treat yourself to that. You're worth it. And it makes your life so much better. Go to that yoga class. Go get that acupuncture treatment that makes your sinuses clear and that makes you more relaxed, okay? So really get that help that makes you feel so much better. Last but not least, if you feel like you're somewhat stuck in your teaching, possibly only with 1 or 2 students, but possibly in general, where you feel like you're like in a dead-end road with your teaching and you're running out of ideas on what to do with your students, don't get frustrated, but go and get help. There's so much help out there. There's different options. You can just go ahead and ask a colleague. Just talk to them, exchange your ideas with them, talk to them about the challenges that you're running into, okay? Or go get help in terms of educating yourself in areas that you feel where you're lacking, right? Areas where you're not feeling very confident in your teaching. That help is out there and everything's ready for you. Potentially, look into what the Institute for Vocal Advancement has to offer for you. We support our teachers tremendously in all areas relating to teaching singing, right? And you even also in that regard, you might want to have another teacher come into your lessons and observe you, someone that you trust, right? Have them observe you and have them give you some input on how to possibly do something better, because we're so in our own world that sometimes it's hard to even gain some objective perspective to our work. So get help and get just your business and your overall health and well-being to a better stage. I promise it's worth it. Don't hesitate. Ask for help. You can always get in touch with us at the Institute for Vocal Advancement, and we will be happy to assist you in whatever you need. Okay? So I hope that was helpful. Please don't hesitate to get in touch. Leave a comment below. Follow us on Facebook, on WhatsApp, not on WhatsApp, possibly on YouTube. So, and just stay in touch for more. Okay? All the best to you. Be well. Bye-bye.